If you are over 60 and you still pour the same glass of milk every morning because you believe it is good for your bones, I want you to pause for just a moment, because that innocent glass of milk may not be as innocent as you think. Now, I am not saying milk is bad for everyone, and I am not saying you should be afraid of everything you eat or drink. But if your doctor has ever mentioned high creatinine, weak kidneys, swollen feet, nighttime urination, high blood pressure, diabetes, or potassium and phosphorus levels that need to be watched, then the type of milk you drink every day could matter more than you realize. Here's the scary part. Your kidneys do not always send a loud warning. There may be no sharp pain, no dramatic symptom, no big sign that says, stop, something is wrong. Sometimes the only clue comes from a blood test. One day, your creatinine is higher than before. Your doctor starts talking about kidney function. Maybe they mention your eGFR. Maybe they tell you to watch certain foods. And then you begin wondering, could something I drink every morning be making my kidneys work harder? For many older adults, regular cow's milk can be a problem because it may contain higher amounts of phosphorus, potassium, and animal protein. When the kidneys are strong, they can usually handle that. But after 60, especially if kidney function has already started to decline, each glass may quietly add more work for the kidneys. Think of your kidneys like an old filter that has served you faithfully for many years. It still works, but it may not work as fast as it used to. If you keep pouring heavy things through it every single day, sooner or later, that filter may struggle. But here's the good news. You may not need to give up milk completely. You may simply need to choose a better kind. In today's video, I will show you 2 kidney-friendlier milk choices that many older adults may want to consider. These are not magic drinks. They will not cure kidney disease. They will not lower creatinine overnight, but they may help reduce the daily burden on your kidneys when combined with the right diet, regular lab checks, and proper medical guidance. And stay with me until the end, because I will also give you a simple 7-day plan you can start using the next time you go to the grocery store. Before we begin, I want you to do one simple thing. If you or someone you love is watching kidney numbers like creatinine, potassium, phosphorus, or blood pressure, comment the number 1 below. Just type 1. That tells me this topic matters to you. And it also helps this video reach more older adults who may need this reminder. Now, let us begin with the first milk. The first kidney-friendlier milk to consider is unsweetened flax milk. This one is interesting because it is not only light on the kidneys in many cases, but it may also support the body in another important way, inflammation and blood vessel health. For older adults, especially those with kidney concerns, silent inflammation can be a serious issue. Kidney problems do not always happen suddenly. Sometimes the kidneys weaken slowly, little by little, year after year. It is like a small leak behind a wall. You may not see anything at first, but over time, the damage begins to show. Flax milk contains alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid. You may have heard about omega-3s when people talk about heart health, inflammation, and circulation. For someone with weak kidneys, better blood vessel health and lower inflammation may be helpful as part of an overall healthy lifestyle. But let me be very clear. Flax milk does not cure kidney disease. It does not replace medication. It does not replace your doctor. It is simply one option that may fit better into a kidney-conscious diet for some people. Now let us talk about why flax milk may be easier on the kidneys than regular cow's milk. First, phosphorus. Many people over 60 do not think much about phosphorus. They may know about calcium. They may know about salt. But phosphorus is one of those hidden minerals that becomes very important when the kidneys are weak. Healthy kidneys help remove extra phosphorus from the blood. But when kidney function declines, phosphorus can build up. Over time, high phosphorus may affect the bones, blood vessels, and overall mineral balance in the body. Unsweetened flax milk is often low in phosphorus, as long as you choose a product without phosphate additives. And that last part is very important. The front of the carton may say healthy, plant-based, or calcium-rich, but the real truth is on the back of the carton. If you see ingredients like calcium phosphate, tricalcium phosphate, dipotassium phosphate, or anything with the word phosphate, that may not be the best choice for someone watching kidney health. The rule is simple. No sugar, no phosphate. Now let us talk about potassium. Potassium is another mineral that people with kidney concerns need to watch carefully. When kidneys are not filtering well, potassium can rise in the blood. And when potassium gets too high, it can affect the heart. That is why doctors often talk carefully about foods like bananas, oranges, potatoes, tomatoes, coconut water, and certain drinks. Many unsweetened flax milk products are lower in potassium than cow's milk. Some brands may be very low, depending on how they are made. This can make flax milk an easier choice for some people who need to limit potassium. Then we have sodium. Sodium makes the body hold on to fluid. Too much sodium can lead to swollen feet, puffy eyes in the morning, sock marks around the ankles, higher blood pressure, and that heavy, uncomfortable feeling in the body. And high blood pressure is one of the biggest enemies of kidney health. Unsweetened flax milk is often low in sodium if you choose a simple version. That means it may fit better into a lower salt lifestyle than many processed foods or drinks. Flax milk is also usually very low in protein and often low in calories. For some people with early to moderate kidney disease who are not on dialysis, a lower protein drink may be helpful if their doctor has told them to manage protein intake. When your body breaks down protein, it creates waste that the kidneys must filter. So if your doctor has told you to limit protein, you do not want to spend too much of your daily protein allowance on a drink that may not be necessary. But this part is very important. If you are already on dialysis, your protein needs may be different. Many people on dialysis need more protein, not less, because dialysis can remove some protein from the body. So please do not cut protein just because you heard someone online say low protein is better for the kidneys. Your stage of kidney disease matters. Your lab results matter. Your doctor's advice matters. So with flax milk, remember this. Choose unsweetened. Choose no phosphate additives. Keep the ingredient list short and use a moderate amount. If the ingredient list looks longer than a grocery receipt and has too many strange words you cannot pronounce, it may be better to put that carton back and look for a simpler option. Now, if you are still watching, comment the number 2 below. Just type 2. That tells me you stayed for the first milk, and now we are moving to the second one. The second kidney-friendlier milk to consider is unsweetened rice milk. Rice milk is not the first option most people think about. When people replace cow's milk, they often think of almond milk, oat milk, or soy milk. But for older adults who are watching Kidney Health, unsweetened rice milk can be a very practical choice. Why? Because rice milk is often light in the 3 minerals, people with weak kidneys need to watch closely: phosphorus, potassium, and sodium. Think of these as 3 numbers you do not want to ignore. When your kidneys are healthy, they act like a careful gatekeeper. They help balance what stays in the blood and what leaves the body. But when kidney function declines, that gatekeeper becomes slower. If you keep bringing in too much phosphorus, potassium, and sodium, the kidneys may have to work harder. Unsweetened rice milk is often lower in phosphorus than cow's milk. This can be helpful because phosphorus is one of the minerals that can build up when the kidneys are not filtering well. When phosphorus gets too high, the body may pull calcium from the bones to restore balance. Over time, that can weaken bones. And for someone over 60, weak bones are not a small issue. A fall at 30 is one thing. A fall at 70 can change your life. That is why kidney health, bone health, heart health, and blood pressure are all connected. You cannot separate them completely. One small choice may affect more than one part of the body. Rice milk may also be lower in potassium than cow's milk. This matters because high potassium does not always give you a clear warning. Some people feel weak or tired. Some people feel nothing at all until a blood test shows the number is too high. And if potassium rises too much, it can affect the heartbeat. This is why your daily drinks matter. It is not only about what you eat with a fork, it is also about what you sip every morning without thinking. Sodium is another reason rice milk may be helpful. If you choose an unsweetened, simple rice milk with low sodium, it may support better blood pressure control and may help reduce fluid retention over time. For someone who often has swollen feet, heavy legs, a puffy face in the morning, or tight sock marks by evening, every small sodium choice matters. It may not change everything overnight, but small daily habits can add up. Rice milk is also usually very low in protein. Again, this may be helpful for some people with kidney disease who are not on dialysis and who have been told to manage protein intake. Imagine your kidneys like an old coffee filter. If you pour too much through it at once, it may still work, but it strains, it slows down, it may clog. A lower protein drink may reduce some of the waste your kidneys need to handle, if that is appropriate for your stage of kidney health. But rice milk also has a trap. Many rice milk products have added sugar, flavors, or extra minerals. And added sugar can be a problem, especially for people with diabetes or high blood sugar. Diabetes is one of the leading causes of kidney decline, so if you are watching your kidneys, you should also pay attention to sugar. So the rule is the same. Choose unsweetened rice milk, avoid added sugar, avoid phosphate additives, avoid products that are heavily fortified with extra minerals unless your doctor or dietitian says they are right for you. Do not let the front of the carton fool you. The front is marketing. The back is where the truth lives. Older Americans often say, read the fine print. And when it comes to kidney health, the fine print may be the most important part. Now, before we move on, comment the word milk below if you have ever bought a carton just because the front label looked healthy. Be honest. Many of us have done it. The food companies know how to make everything look good. Now, let us bring this together. Today, we talked about 2 milk choices older adults with kidney concerns may want to consider. Unsweetened flax milk may be light on phosphorus, potassium, sodium, and protein, and it also contains plant-based omega-3 fatty acids that may support inflammation control and blood vessel health. Unsweetened rice milk is simple, easy to drink, and often light in phosphorus, potassium, sodium, and protein. It may be a practical option for people who need a gentler daily drink. But the most important lesson is not just the name of the milk. The most important lesson is this. Do not drink out of habit without checking what is inside. A glass of milk every morning may seem small, but when you repeat something every day, month after month, year after year, it is no longer small. It becomes part of your health pattern. After 60, small choices matter more. A salty meal here and there, a sugary drink, a high phosphorus product, a potassium heavy food, a large protein portion, your body may have handled these things more easily when you were younger. But now, especially if creatinine is rising or blood pressure is harder to control, your kidneys may need kinder choices. There's an old saying, small hinges swing big doors. That is true for kidney health. You do not need to change your whole life overnight. You can start with one small thing, one better carton of milk, one less salty meal, one label, read more carefully, one doctor appointment not missed, one lab test taken seriously. Now, I want to give you a simple 7-day plan. Nothing extreme, nothing complicated, just a gentle way to start paying attention. Tomorrow morning, before you pour milk into your glass, turn the carton around and read the ingredient list. Look for words like phosphate, calcium phosphate, tricalcium phosphate, or dipotassium phosphate. If you see those words and you are watching kidney health, consider choosing something else. Over the next 7 days, if your doctor has not given you specific restrictions, you may try one of the two options we talked about today, unsweetened flax milk or unsweetened rice milk. Use a moderate amount. Do not overdo it. More is not always better. With kidney health, the goal is not to be extreme. The goal is to be steady. For breakfast, keep it simple. Choose a milk that is more suitable for your kidneys and pair it with a light meal that is lower in salt and lower in sugar. Do not turn breakfast into a plate full of pastries, sausage, bacon, or packaged foods. Those may taste good, but they often bring a heavy load of sodium. At lunch, look at your plate before you eat. A better direction is half a plate of vegetables that fit your kidney diet, a small portion of simple starch, and a moderate portion of protein based on your doctor's guidance. At dinner, try to keep the meal a little lighter. Do not make your kidneys work a heavy night shift. Limit very salty foods, thick sauces, processed meals, and anything that makes you thirsty all night. If you feel very heavy after dinner, if your feet swell more, if your blood pressure rises, or if you wake up many times at night, your body may be trying to tell you something. During these 7 days, write down how you feel. You do not need a fancy journal. Just a few lines. Did your feet swell today? Did you feel more tired? Did you urinate more at night? Was your blood pressure steady? Did your blood sugar change? Did a certain food make you feel worse? Caring for your kidneys is not about guessing. It is about observing, adjusting, and working with your doctor. And now, here is the most important disclaimer. This video is for general educational purposes only. It is not medical advice. It does not diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent kidney disease. If you have chronic kidney disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, abnormal creatinine, abnormal eGFR, high potassium, high phosphorus, swelling, or if you are on dialysis or taking medication, please talk with your doctor or renal dietitian before changing your diet. Every person is different. One type of milk may be fine for one person and wrong for another. One food may be safe in one stage of kidney disease and restricted in another. Your lab results, medications, and medical history matter. The wise thing is not to follow any video blindly. The wise thing is to understand your body better, ask better questions, and get professional guidance when you need it. But wherever you are on your health journey, remember this. Getting older does not mean giving up. Your body has carried you through work, family, stress, sickness, loss, and many hard days. Now, it does not need fear. It needs kinder care. One better glass of milk, one meal with less salt, one label read more carefully, one appointment not skipped, one small decision that gives your kidneys a little less work. That may not sound dramatic, but done consistently, one day at a time, it can matter. If this video helped you understand how to choose milk more carefully for kidney health, please hit the like button. That tells me this topic is helpful for you. And if you have a parent, a spouse, a sibling, or an older friend who's worried about creatinine, weak kidneys, high blood pressure, diabetes, or swollen feet, please share this video with them. This may be the reminder they need before their next trip to the grocery store. Also, comment 7 days below if you want to try reading labels more carefully this week. And if you want more simple, practical food guidance for older adults, subscribe to the channel. You do not need to change everything in one day. You only need to make one better choice than yesterday. Take a deep breath, my friend. Be kind to your body today.